is the one and only, the wonderful, the magical. I'm lying because not one of those things is true about him. Pompon, how's it going? Welcome back once again. Hi-Rez Studios is here with another patch notes. It's 4.10. The trial of King Hercules is on its way. We have a lot to kafefe today. The Seductress Darji skin that's going to be available in this patch. For me too, I can imagine where I want to put those legs. That skin will be in the patch.
Back in the day.
When we talk back in the day, how far back in the day are we talking?
Pretty far back in the day. Before I was
born
guiding these things.
Okay.
We used the tier 2s were kind of like armor swaps, and we kind of kept most of the main character and just, you know, put some different armor and whatever on there. Now the tier 2 is just another character that just fits right onto the rig, and animation doesn't have to do anything.
The best part about the skin is definitely her tail. It really looks like cotton candy. I just want to eat it.
The Vanguard Hercules is going to be available for you guys to own at home as well.
Breaking me backwards and murdering me will enjoy this.
That sword is huge. Let's get down to business and we can take a real look at this.
But that sounds dope.
And check out the shield when he does the dash.
Oh, yeah.
Earthbreaker. Oh, what's that?
It's a big...
All right.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Rama. It's Rama. He is a superhero. The Marksman Rama will be available in the next patch. That we don't have the correct
I'm giving
card
people things to look forward to.
I'm just like, whoa, he looks good.
Yeah.
So why the yellow? Why choose the yellow? What was the choice of the yellow? Was it just what color will go well here? It looks good. Oh, I like those autos too.
And it gave us, you know, we also have to think about what effects colors we've used on the other skins and make sure those are different, and then the character needs to match. So there's a lot of decisions there.
Well, there's the Pick Me Up as well. Is it still called Pick Me Up? I think it is. I like the effects on the electric. That's cool. The real question. Fatalities are really coming your way this week. Yes. Ravana is getting a new skin. The Eliminator Ravana will be available for you guys too. What was the idea behind this one? He looks like a supervillain.
Raven awesome.
He looks like a supervillain to go with the Rama skin. That's what I felt when I first saw this.
So he's a guy that punches dudes in the face. Cybernetic arms and rocket fists would be awesome because who doesn't like rocket fists?
That looks cool.
Shoot.
He's doing it, isn't he?
Oh, that is...
Oh, okay.
Man, this is getting...
Knew this was going to be terrible having just you two on the show, but you know, there's no AJ who'll just settle us all down again. And not only that, if you want a little bit more in the skin department, death is here. The Poseidon Abyssal Sorcerer skin is the other skin that we'll be revealing today.
Evil sorcerers, that's like my thing.
I would not have guessed. I mean, round your wrist every single time you come to the patch notes, skulls in your hands all over. Like, seeing dark and evil void creatures would not surprise me. Now, this is the only skin I've seen. Here's a little look at some of the abilities and all attacks. Obviously, the purple line nuke. So it's very void-esque of like the Hubwa skin, but it's got some specials to it.
It's my favorite part.
Look at that. I'll end early.
Do it, Pon Pon.
Look at his mouth. He's trying to eat you. God, that looks crazy. The two, obviously, the Trident proc and the pool. Oh, that looks magically
Don't you
terrifying.
do the ultimate without me talking first.
That looks crazy.
I don't talk like this.
See? Bacchus. Let's go to it. That's all I need to say. He's got a remodel.
Here he looks kind of like optimistic Jesus.
Look at that guy. Yes, that's me in a weekend, that.
You're into intimate orgies?
Can we go back to the other one?
I mean, the design of this one.
So Bacchus, you know, he used to just sort of have this neck well of like flappy, sweaty neck hair. Yeah, where his face just sort of kind of rose out of it.
Okay.
Just kind of
Bubbles are
terrifying.
diamond now.
Feel, you know, like he wasn't totally a fat slob. And, you know, we wanted to give him this kind of cool theatric
So he's still a fat slob, but he's got some more personality and, like, you know,
Class.
godliness to him.
He is a drunken man, but he can fight.
Yeah, there we go. Let's have a look at that on screen. He looks great there.
He's like, hey, buddy.
Just give me a Minion 34. Give me a hand real quick.
Tower and die.
Items. And for this bit, you can follow along at the bottom for you guys at home too. Bracer of Undoing is going to be the first one. Bracer of Undoing, we're going to increase the recent damage loss time from 3 seconds to 5 seconds, where they decrease cooldown from 120 seconds to 100 seconds. But not only that, the upgrade will now as well increase the amount of health and mana you restore. It used to be 50%. That's going to be going up to 60%. In the relics department, there's more things to come. Heavily Wings as well is going to get hit this patch. Decreased cooldown from 150 seconds to 140 seconds. And the upgraded version of Heavily Wings is going to change from 150 seconds to 110 seconds. Horrific Emblem is also going to have a very similar sort of treatment. Horrific Emblem is going to have a decreased cooldown from 150 seconds to 130 seconds, and the upgraded version is going to go from 120 seconds down to 90 seconds. Guess what, Phantom Veil? I wonder if that's going to have the same thing. Yes, it is, pretty much. Sundering Spear is going to take a bit of a nerf. Decrease the damage from 40 down to 30. Decreased damage per level of this ability is changing too, from 14 down to 12. The upgraded version, the damage is going to stay the same at 40 to 30, but we've decreased the damage per level from 14 down to 12. That's a lie. Upgraded retains 40 at 14 per level, and the upgraded Sunder cooldown has increased from 100 seconds to 120 seconds. Is that enough, though? Because I think a lot of people may look at that and go, is it enough? But I guess with the other relic changes, it makes sense.
Where he was really underpicked, and then...
Sunder's a playable god?
This is actually... I tried to make a Photoshop thing that involved something, and then it didn't work. Ignore it. Anyways, so... Sunder,
so I'll work with
Tumult, Phantom, those kind of things that people could pick up instead, bringing those up so that there's actually more contentious space for like what relic slot that you want. And then we're going to watch how Sunder plays with this change.
Next on the list in terms of items, an exciting item that you're all happy to play with in the solo lane every single day. We've increased the mana restore on basic attacks from 3 to 4, and that is basic attacks that hit all enemies in melee range restore 4 health and 2 mana on every enemy after the first hit. So the first hit you're going to get full lifesteal effect from, and the benefit of Death's Toll. The other targets in the cleave attack are going to receive a lot less.
And then we also gave it a slight buff for the single target user.
You did.
Because Hunters were really more going for Transcendence if they wanted a bit more sustain in lane. The characters who would like potentially want to have Death Toll on a single target weren't picking it up. Buff for them, and then nerf for the cleave characters who were abusing it.
Rune Forged Hammer is also going to get a bit of a hit this patch. It's going to have a cost increase from 2,000 to 2,300. There's no god changes. There is. We'll start off then. Bellona. Once again, I'm just going to reiterate this because it's part of Bellona's Bludgeon. We've updated the description of this one to make it clear. Darji is next up. First up is Horrible Burns. It's now going to apply a slow. We've increased the base damage per rank from 15 to 95. Is now going to be 15 to 115 as well. Increased the physical power scaling per hit of this ability from 20% to 30%. Also now going to be knock up immune while channeling. More changes to Darji. Trickster Spirit. We reduced the post-fire time from 0.2 to 0. Ultimate, but can now be cancelled early. Increased the duration of shooting time of this as well from 3 seconds to 5 seconds. And we've also increased the deployable duration of this from 7 seconds to 9 seconds. The chain's a little bit easier to see. Survivability in a 1,000 cuts to deal damage, I guess. Not necessarily survivability, but more damage output. And then her ultimate is going to have better use overall.
She was a bit weak. A little bit of an understatement. She was doing a little bit poorly. She's a hard assassin. You have to get in, you have to deal your damage. Other assassins have kind of tools to survive a bit. And so we gave her additional tools to chase. So she now has the Horrible Burn Slow. The 2 is now knock immune, so you have more likely, you have the likelier chance of actually getting all that damage off. It just does more, so it's more rewarding when you get the whole thing off. And the ultimate being cancelable is just a nice change of life. It makes her a bit more unpredictable.
Fafnir going to get a bit of a damage reduction. It used to be 100 to 260. It's now going to be 80 to 260. A coerce nerf as well. The hit self-heal is going to come down a little bit at the top end. It used to be 50 to 170. It's now going to be 50 to 150. The mana cost of this ability from 50 to scale up to 70.
And so that helps tone him down a bit, but some people might not see this as enough. It's also really in conjunction with the Sunder changes, where Sunder is a lot less aggressive this patch, and we have a whole bunch of other relics that are getting buffed. And so these changes, along with the Sunder nerf that like kind of highlights really aggressive early game, we're going to see how those play together before we look at him any further.
Ganesha, that's the next one on the list. Dharmic Pillars now deals 40% damage to minions and jungle monsters. Khepri's is the next one on the list. Rising Dawn, for you guys at home, is 2 if you don't know what that is. Reduced damage from 12 to 24 is now going to be 10 to 22. Neith, gonna get some love this patch. First of all, it's the backflip. The base damage is going up. World Weaver is also getting some love here. It used to be a scaling stun. It's not a scaling stun anymore. At every rank, it will be 1.5 seconds.
So Neith has not actually been changed since 2.5, a little trivia fact. So actually a very long time. And over the seasons and over the kind of meta shifts, the ability hunters have kind of fallen out of favor overall.
Sure.
A lot of hunters are really there for the late game. They get the attack speed stims, they get the power stims, the crit. And Neith doesn't scale as well with those. We want to refocus her and make sure that she does feel like she can do damage with her abilities.
Still one more thing to bring you this week, and I'm going to go straight to it now. Have a little look at the Trial of Kings.
Will you best my trials, or will they best you?
That video, what
Broke
was
it
that
down.
thing that came out of the water?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's a Hydra.
Okay.
It's going to be a 3-player co-op match where
Okay.
you're playing against bots, killing bots, running a dungeon. When you start in this adventure, you will start with 0 items. Your item store, think of it more like maybe like an inventory.
Okay.
You won't use gold that you get in the match to buy items. You will start with 0 items, and you won't get items until you kill bosses, get drops from chests, and so on.
Okay.
Yeah. Within that town, you'll see that you have the blacksmith activated right now with a quest to complete killing 10 boars.
You've got quests to kill the boars or the harpies, kill 10 of those, and he'll get a reward back from town when that happens?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And so when you go through this, obviously there's little camps and things. What happens if you die?
The game's over.
I'm disappointed in the Sunder nerf. I want Sunder to be OP. I want it to be buffed. I want it to destroy everybody, and I'm triggering everyone in chat right now. Yeah. Sunder.
But from everyone here at Hi-Res Studios, have a wonderful rest of your evening, and we'll see you all in 4.10. Awesome. Thank you, Pompon. Now go away.